this time, ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please stand as we honor our country and our flag with the playing of our national anthem. Nice job by the Rochester High School marching band.
Show being brought to you by Inyard's True Value. Behind every project is a true value. Val, let's look at the starting lineups. They're brought to you by Manitou Moose Lodge 1107. Come out and enjoy the family fun. And I think the biggest one in the starting lineup for Southwood is going to be Mo Lloyd.
Mo was fantastic. He accounted for over 300 yards of total offense in last year's game between these teams. He accounted for 5 touchdowns, 4 rushing, and 1 passing. I was talking with Coach Schaefer. He's kind of compared it to trying to cover a punt return, because he's just jittering and juking all. And if he gets a step, he's gone. He's just a fantastic athlete. He's probably the best baseball player in the TRC as well. Yeah. Probably a Division I baseball type of player as well. And so he is just a phenomenal player. Of course, his older brother, Gabe, was a great player at Southwood, too. So,
starting line for the Zebras, obviously, talk about the offensive line, how important that's going to be, and Alex Deming behind that.
Peyton Young at right guard and Xavier Vance at left tackle. Those are the 2 new starters. All eyes are going to be on them. But, boy, sometimes in the game there's kind of a game between a game. I'm looking at Rochester center Austin Rogers and Southwood defensive tackle Jason Opresic. Mm-hmm. Opresic is a big, tough kid. First-team all-conference last year as an offensive lineman, but I think he's a better defensive lineman personally. And Austin Rogers, first-team all-conference last year at center. That is going to be a battle.
Southwood wins the toss. They defer. Rochester will receive to have the ball first. So Zebra's offense obviously going to be on the field first, and we'll see what those guys you just talked about
I'm a
can
big
do.
fan of receiving. If you want to, I'm not a big fan of deferring. I want to receive. I want to get points on the board quick.
The other thing is especially game one.
Yeah.
You got the jitters. Let's get the offense out there and see if you can kind of settle those jitters down a little bit.
Yeah, so I like getting the ball first. I think the key for if you're a Southwood fan, you want to win this game from ahead. If you're 7 points down, 14 points down going into the fourth quarter, you're going to be in trouble because Rochester's going to put the ball in Alex Deming's hand, and they're going to try and ground out the clock. And Southwood's going 10 guys both ways, as Coach Schaefer said, and Rochester only going 3 guys. Yeah. If this game comes down to conditioning and fatigue, I like Rochester's chances.
Val, you've been covering Rochester football for a long time. I asked Coach Schaefer, this is only his second year, but how long has it been since you've only seen 3, maybe 4 going both ways?
I think it's the first time I've ever seen it. I'm kind of taking a see it when I believe I'll believe it when I see it type of attitude. But, it's a really good sign that they're really building depth. And if kids can focus on just one position, it allows them to really focus in on the details of their job.
Right. Getting ready for the kickoff. The kickoff tonight going to be brought to you by Odell Lumber and Supply, your only locally owned building supplier. Check them out, Odell Lumber, out on State Road 14. So, again, thank all our sponsors.
I was reading the Indiana Football Digest, and Coach Snyder turned to the Southwood page, and Coach Snyder said, we were better in the first half of games last year than in the second half. And that was his way of saying that we had conditioning issues ourselves. So conditioning is going to be a big factor. Both of these coaches know that it's going to be a big factor.
All right, let's take a look at who's back deep, and that looks like it's going to be a Maddox Jewell, the deep man, and he's going to be Flankered by Hunter Campbell on one side, and I can't quite see the other one, but we'll see which way they go. Here's the kick, and we're underway. The high school football season is up, and Hunter Campbell takes it, comes down to the near side. Hunter's still on his feet, finally going to be brought down about the 40-yard line, it appears, and that's where the Zebras will have it 1st and 10 here to start the season. Scoreboard being brought to you this year by the Insulation Guys, your hometown certified insulation service provider. So we want to thank them for sponsoring the scoreboard. Hopefully we talk about the scoreboard a lot on the Zebras side of things. Aaron Swango will come up under center. Obviously Alex Deming behind him. Now we go. Swango's up under center. Swango with a handoff right back up the middle, and it goes to Deming. And he's going to be stopped. He'll get about 2 yards. It'll bring up, let's see where they put it first. Marker guys are on the other side. They're going to give him a yard. A 2nd and 9 now.
Boy, when we talk about Southwood football over the years, we talk about great athletes, but they've got great linemen too, and this is no different. Randy Boone, Nevin Sharp, Jason Opresic, those 3 guys on the line, they are tough. Boone was honorable mention all-conference. The other 2 were first-team all-conference last year.
Swango hanging off to the left side this time. That's Deming again, and he'll get positive yards once again. This time a little bit more, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and manageable for the Zebras as the ball's just shy of the 45-yard line, about the 44. Going to be about a 3rd and a 4 now for Rochester.
I'm curious to think, is Coach Snyder going to say, we're going to take Deming away, and if their halfbacks beat us, so be it, but we're going to take Deming away. That was a lot better blocking in the second try, though.
McKee to the near side. He goes in motion, and we're going to have movement on the Zebras. They're going to put him back 5 yards. Kind of saw a head nod there, and unfortunately that catches the Zebras off guard. First penalty of the season to the Zebras. So they'll back them up. 5 yards. It'll bring up 3rd down and long now for the Zebras. Swango comes to the sideline and gets the plays from Coach Schaefer. Swango back into the huddle with 17 on the play clock. Zebras break the huddle with 12. Come to the line. Again, McKee to the near side. Now they split out far. That looks like Griggs or Prater. I'm not sure which. The handoff goes right back up the middle, and it's going to be kept this time by McKee. McKee's going to be near the 1st down marker, but just shy. The Zebras are going to have a decision here to make. It's early in the season at 4th and short.
Coach Schaefer likes to run that inside counter play.
Furvita comes in from the sideline. Swango will bring the play in. We'll see what
Coach Schaefer's not a big fan of punting either. I think we saw that last year. He likes to go for it on 4th and short. Of course, last year they had Marshall Fishback, who they usually ran behind. Let's see who they go behind here.
Swango up under center. McGee goes in motion to Deming. Deming should have it by the officials, and it's going to be the first down of the season for the Zebras. And first down is being brought to you this year by Steve Moore Insurance. Small town, big service. That's Steve Moore Insurance. Call Brody to see what he can do for you with all your insurance needs. First down for the Zebras puts them just shy of midfield. Actually, the nose is right at midfield, so it'll be right just getting ready to get into the Southwood territory. Great job that time on the 4th and short.
Yeah, that was the interior of the line running behind Rogers and Beck.
So I go to the up under center.
Brady Beck, that is. There are multiple Becks this year.
Furvita gets the pitch on the near side. Furvita cuts it back up the middle. He falls down about the 46-yard line. And so far, other than the penalty, the Zebras have had positive plays every time out.
Again, the Zebras are going to have a good stable of backs at that wingback spot.
Going to give him about 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5 now for the Zebras.
With Furvita and Lunau and Gavin McKee, I mean, those are, 3 seniors.
And then you throw...
Excuse me, Colton's a junior, but
junior.
3 kids who played a lot of football before.
Swango, this time to Brant Beck. Beck in there as a freshman. And I guess I jinxed him as he does get back to the line, they say. So no gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 5. But, you heard Coach Schaefer say it in the pregame that he's not afraid to go to some of these freshmen. They've got some pretty good experience.
Mm-hmm.
Swango comes in from the sideline. 0-0 here in the first quarter. We've got about 8 minutes to go here in this opening quarter. Zebras had the ball from the start, so they're controlling the clock, and that's a big part of it as well. Griggs goes in motion. Now he comes to stop. Now they send Beck in motion again. The handoff right back up the middle, and they're going to pick up about another 3 yards, bring up 4th and about 2 now for the Zebras. Early in the contest, Mechanical leads Wabash 6-0. Thanks to Coach Davis giving us scores from Mechanical. We'll also have scores from Coach Tony Stasiak at Winamac coming in throughout the season this year, so can't wait for those.
That was a good spot by the officials for the Zebras. I thought he got stopped at the 43. They spotted at the 42. Nice tackle by Opresik, but this is definitely a 4th and 1. It's not any more than 1.
Fervita comes in motion. The handoff is to Deming, and Deming's going to be held up short. He's going to get 1 yard, and I think he's going to be about a yard short. He got hit in the backfield and just couldn't get it going, and the Zebras are going to be a yard short. It'll be a turnover and downs. 1st and 10 for Southwood for their first opportunity from their own 41. So we'll have just a switch in action here, and we'll go the other way. See what the Zebra defense can do.
Good discipline by Southwood defensively. There was a lot of eyewash going in the backfield, guys going in motion. They didn't bite on any of that. They kept their eyes on number 30 in black, and they stopped them.
Yeah. So we're making sure we got to get the change right. Chain gang needs to switch up. Chain gang was going the wrong way. So we'll get them moved, and we'll get set here for the Southwood Knights' first opportunity.
It's a season of change, and it's a season of chains.
Yes. 7:20 to go here in the first quarter. Nothing on our scoreboard. The scoreboard being brought to you all season long by the Insulation guys. So now it'll be 1st and 10, and Mo Lloyd will have his first opportunity of the season as he comes up.
Watch number 21, Isaiah Sutton. He is small, but he is quick.
Lloyd out of the shotgun. And the ball snapped. It rolls all the way back to the 20. Lloyd picks it up. He's pursued by the Zebras, and he gets thrown away, and the Zebras are going to get pursued, but incomplete. And
the pass didn't get to the line of scrimmage, and I think Rochester's wanting a penalty. I don't.
Yeah, coaches are asking about it, but
I don't think that is a penalty in high school football.
Yeah. Well, that's the problem. Everybody watches too much college and NFL, and then you got to remember which one's which. So it'll be no gain, incomplete, and I'm not sure what happened there. Lloyd was looking into the sun. I'm not sure if he saw the ball or what, but very fortunate for Southwood.
That looked like a snap count mistake. Yeah.
And Southwood's going to call a timeout already. It's some confusion on the sideline. We'll take a quick 30.
Might be a good time for a timeout, yeah.
Nothing here on the Insulation guys scoreboard. Barnhart Field back with Barnhart Field after the timeout by the Southwood Knights. A little confusion for the Knights as I'm not sure if it's play call or positions or what, but they're set now, and Lloyd's out of the shotgun. Goes in motion to Sutton. Handoff goes to Sutton around the right side. Sutton cuts it back up, and he's going to be drugged down shy of the first down. And a big 8-yard pickup that time for for Isaiah Sutton. And that'll put them at 3rd down and about 2.
Interesting setup there. They lined up empty, and then they set Sutton in on a jet sweep. Nice tackle by Colton Faverta. But, I mean, once Sutton turns the corner, he had good yardage.
Lloyd out of the shotgun again, looks to throw, tucks it this time, keeps it himself right back up the middle, now cuts it to the outside. He's got the first down and more. Lloyd going to be run out of bounds down around the 20, and a big pickup for a first down for Mo Lloyd. First downs again being brought to you by, Steve Moore Insurance, small town, big service. But that time, Lloyd just tucked it, and he went outside where we talked earlier. That's his danger spot.
And that was a design quarterback draw. And that was, you don't see that much at the high school level, but they do it, and they do it well.
Lloyd checking his wristband for the play call.
Gain of 30 on that play.
Out of the shotgun, and Sutton goes in motion. They pitch it back over to Weiner. Weiner catches it. Weiner on the left side. trying to get around some Zebra defenders, and he does. He'll pick up about 4 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 6 as the first completion of the night.
Weiner's a great athlete, great basketball player, maybe the best basketball player in the TRC. And they're just going to try to get him in open space. And then if you come up too tight on the little screen pass, then they'll try to throw that fade on you.
Lloyd out of the shotgun again, 13 on the play clock. Here it is, looks, goes out to Weiner again. He's got to come back for it, and he does come back and get it. And it's a completed pass. Going to be down in the red zone. And the red zone being brought to you this year by Farm Credit Mid-America, securing the future of rural communities and agriculture. That's red zone by Farm Credit Mid-America. So first and goal opportunity now for Southwood to put the first points on the board with 5 minutes and about 54 seconds to go here in this first quarter. First and goal. Lloyd out of the shotgun. And Lloyd hands it off right back up the middle goes Sutton, and he's going to be gang tackled at about the 5. Going to be 2nd and goal now for Southwood.
Looked like Eli Swango got in there and made the tackle. Brady Beck was in there too.
So Southwood will have another opportunity in 2nd and goal. 0-0 on the scoreboard. Southwood knocking on the door, though. See if the Zebra defense can force maybe a turnover on downs here. Just 2nd and goal. They pitch it out to Sutton again. Sutton's going to be caught on the outside. Maybe a yard gain. He might have got to the 5, but it's still going to be 3rd and goal for Southwood.
Really nice play by Gavin McKee there. He sniffed that out, and then Sutton tried to cut back inside, and Gavin didn't let him get there.
RTC fans at home, you can catch that replay there, and nice tackle by McKee, like Val said. Mo Lloyd talking to the coaches on the sideline, trying to figure out what play they want to play, because right now the Zebra defense being pretty tough at the goal line.
Weiner was not on the field on that play. He's back in there now.
6 seconds on the play clock. They go man in motion. Here it is. Weiner with the pass and touchdown, Southwood. 4:32 in the first quarter. And it's a 5-yard touchdown pass for Lloyd to Weiner. And they will line up for the PAT. And Weiner will be the kicker. Mo Lloyd the holder for Southwood. Lloyd calls for the ball down, and the kick is away, and it is good. And just like that, Southwood now leads 7-0 with 4:32 to go here in this first quarter. You're listening to Zebra Football, Giant FM and RTC TV4. Strikes first, and that scoring drive. Val, tell us about the scoring drive.
8 plays, 59 yards. It took 2 minutes and 48 seconds off the clock. Cole Weiner with a 5-yard touchdown reception. And Cole Weiner with a pretty impressive extra point kick since the snap was bobbled.
Yeah. Scoring drive being brought to you by Rochester Ford, home of the lifetime oil change. And so we'll 7-0 now on the Insulation Guys scoreboard as the Zebras will have the ball back here with just about 4.5 minutes to go in this opening quarter.
Logansport 14-0 over Peru about halfway through the first quarter. New coach at Peru this year, Tim Weeks. That's an interesting Peru team. Matt Rutger taking over as quarterback as a junior. He's played mostly running back and receiver his first 2 years.
So we'll have the kickoff again being brought to you by Odell Lumber. And that kick goes deep in the Zebras, and they have it running right back up the middle. And that looks like Dylan Hook. And Hook will give the Zebras decent field position to get things started. So the Zebras will have their second opportunity here tonight to get something going. So the Zebras will see what they can do with that defense. The coaches have had a chance to see it once and see what adjustments they make.
They tried the one run around the perimeter with Faverda, and that worked pretty well. Let's see if they try to get around the edge again or keep trying to hammer away up the middle.
The officials are congregating between the two teams. We'll wait and see what that's all about. As again, 4:26 to go here in this opening quarter. Zebras trail 7-0 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard. All right, switching footballs. Make sure we get the right football. And it looks like now the officials are all set. Obviously, the first game of the season for the officials, too, so they're working through their bugs. Here's Swango up under center. Swango, the handoff to Deming. Deming around the left side this time, and Deming will get down to about the 40. Big 5-yard pickup that time for almost 6, by the way the marker looks. So we'll give him 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 now for the Zebras. Randy Wynn, Val with us here. Hope you're having a great evening. Beautiful night for high school football to get the season started.
It's been beautiful the last 2 weeks here.
It has. I'm not going to complain. Yeah. Wabash over McConaughey now 7-6. And in the backfield, Zebras get sacked in Swango. And that'll be a loss of only about a yard, maybe 2. It'll be 3rd and about halfway for the Zebras here, about 3rd and 5.
That looked like a busted play. Looked like Swango was looking to pitch it to somebody, and nobody was there.
Nobody was there.
Jarrett Denny swallowed him up.
So it'll be 3rd and long now for the Zebras as Swango breaks the huddle with 10 on the play clock. Hook will come to the near side. No, excuse me, that's Owen Prater. Prater to the near side. Man in motion. And they're going to throw over the top, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Gavin McKee, but great defense was there and just out of the fingertip realms of a Southwood night.
Yeah, that was Will Weiner there on defense, but that play was pretty well covered.
So the Zebras will have it now 4th and long. So we'll set up, and we'll punt it away.
Should be Griggs.
Gets it to the sidelines, and it'll come bounce out of bounds at about the 40-yard line, and that's about where Southwood had it to start with the last time, and that's where they'll get it this time around. The Zebras stalled that time and had to punt it away. So turnover on downs and a punt on the first 2 possessions for the Zebras.
20-yard punt.
Actually, they're going to mark it about the 39, so.
21-yard punt.
The official stood at the 40, and then he went and got the ball and marked it at the 39.
Lewis Cass leads Pioneers 7-0 in the first quarter.
Lots of action going on there. Obviously, the first night in high school football, so we'll keep you up to date as much as we can. Some area schools. Lloyd back to throw. Looks left, throws right, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by Dylan Hook. Hook read that one all the way. Nice job by Dylan. And they threw it deep. And Hook just sit there and waited on it about the 40 of the Zebras. Great job by Dylan Hook. Obviously no Southwood defender around even to try to knock it away.
I'm not sure what Mo Lloyd was looking at there.
Not sure either.
It was almost like he threw it before he even read the defense.
So the Zebras will have another opportunity to see if they can take advantage of it.
And again, the Zebras playing a zone, so Dylan Hook he's right there saying thank you very much.
Prater to the near side. They go right back up the middle, and Deming this time breaks free of a tackle. He'll pick up about 5. Waiting to see where they mark it for sure. Yeah, we'll call it 2nd and 5 for the Zebras. I guess they're going to move it back to 4.
That's that fullback trap. That's the bread and butter of this Zebra offense. How many big yards did they gain on that play last year?
Right. Several. And then, after a while, he finds a hole and he breaks it. Prater again to the near side. Swango up under center. Sends a man in motion, and that is Lunau. They come to the near side, and they'll pick up positive yards, and Lunau with the handoff. It'll be third and about 2 to 3 here for the Zebras. Wait and see how they mark it, but very manageable this time around for the Zebras in third and short.
Lunau is the answer to the trivia question, who was the second leading rusher on the Zebras last year? Had over 600 yards and averaged over about 8 yards a carry. Peyton had a great year last year.
McGee's the wide out here. And now again, Prater goes to the top. Handoff to Deming. Deming battling forward. It looks like he's going to get to midfield. And he does. And that's another first down for the Zebras. And a first down brought to you by Steve Moore Insurance. So another great job that time by Deming right back up the middle. You know, Coach Schaefer said it in the pregame that, Deming's going to be the main character, but hopefully Lunau and Prater and some of these guys can relieve some of that pressure so it's not always on Deming. Swango up under center, takes it, hands it off to Lunau. Lunau on the round outside. And he's going to get to about the 46-yard line. So a 4-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 6 now for the Zebras.
That was some nice, I guess you'd say, ball handling. I know that's more of a basketball term by Aaron Swango, but there were 3 Southwood defenders who jumped right on Deming. He didn't have the ball.
7-0 Southwood in the lead here in the first quarter. We got 40 seconds remaining here in this opening quarter. Zebras moving the football into Southwood territory now from the 46 of the Knights. Swango up under center. Swango, the handoff right back up the middle to Deming. He'll get across the 45 to about the 44. And that probably will do it for the quarter, if I had to guess. Coach Schaefer talking to Swango and looking at the clock, and I'm guessing they're just going to let it run out. That's going to do it for the first quarter. At the end of the first quarter on the home opener here for high school football, it's Southwood 7, the Zebras 0, but they're moving the ball now. They'll have it third and short when we come back to start the third quarter. You're listening to Zebra Football, Giant FM and RTC TV4. And we want to thank our sponsors all season long. Beacon Credit Union, helping Hoosiers since 1931, now in 50 counties. First Federal Savings Bank, they don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. Fulton County Best One Tire, the most important person to them is you. RTC Communications, phone, cable, and internet. Shepherd's Chevrolet Buick GMC of Rochester, where they always treat you like family. And by Fulton County REMC, making a better tomorrow since 1936. Just a few of the proud sponsors making tonight's broadcast and every Friday night's broadcast of high school football here on Giant FM possible, and we appreciate it. Val and Randy, the first quarter, Val kind of started rocky for the Zebras, but I think it ended on a positive note.
Right, Alex Deming with 9 carries for 27 yards, and you want to get that per carry average up beyond 3 yards a carry. Lunau 2 for 8. Gavin McKee 1 for 8. And Faverda 1 for 5.
Into the first quarter, still 14-0 Logan over Peru. And Rochester moving the ball forward. It's another insulation, guys. Yeah. First down. Great job.
That'll do something about the per carry average.
Yeah, that'll definitely boost that up. In the first quarter, it's Valley 8, Wawasee 0. So another first down for the Zebras. And the Zebras will have it now. Ball's at about the 30, it looks like.
Gain of 10.
First and 10 now for the Zebras. Swango puts a man in motion. The handoff back to Deming. Deming gets it on the right side. Deming still on his feet. Deming finally going to be brought down, and then it's another Steve Moore Insurance first down for the Zebras.
Well, that was really nice. You had the motion man going to the left, and you ran to the backside, and that was pretty as they ran behind Hunter Shriver.
Yeah, definitely a good move there.
Looked like he sealed off his guy.
RTC replay there. You can see a nice movement, and then Deming just cutting it to the right. Swango back up under center now to Deming. Around the left side this time, just right off that left side. He'll pick up a few more yards. And obviously, it's one of those things right now. Deming found something in that extra gear or something, and it's working, and Zebras staying right with it. It's a 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6.
12 carries, 55 yards now for Deming. Yeah, Alex is just he's the best conditioned person on this field. I mean, he'll play here all night if he has to.
Swango brings everybody to the line, checks everything, comes up under center. Hand off again to Deming on the right side this time. Just bouncing back and forth, right, left, and another Steve Moore Insurance first down. And that should put the Zebras inside the red zone. Definitely it does, and inside the 10-yard line. And the red zone being brought to you by Farm Credit Mid-America this year. The Zebras will have 1st and goal now. 1st and goal. The ball's at about the 7-8 yard line, it looks like.
Zebras having some success running along the right side of that line, so Coach Schaefer just chipping away there.
Swango under center. Again to Deming in the left side this time. Bounces off a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Zebras. 10:01 mark of the second quarter. Alex Deming on a, what are we going to call it, Val? 7, 8?
9 yards.
9 yard,
run,
okay.
Yep.
9-yard touchdown run for Alex Deming.
Well, Mo Lloyd was there.
Yeah.
Mo Lloyd thought he had him, but it was too late.
Zebras extra point is good, and we are knotted at 7.
Parker Wallace's first career extra point.
There we go. 10:01 to go in the second quarter. Zebras get on the board. We're tied at 7 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard. Back with more from Barnhart Field. You're listening to Zebra Football, Giant FM, and RTC TV4. Field as we have a scoring drive brought to you by the Rochester Ford, home of the lifetime oil change. Val, the scoring drive.
10 plays, 61 yards. Alex Deming with a 9-yard touchdown run. The extra point was good by Parker Wallace, and we're tied 7-all with 10:01 to go in the first half.
Parker Wallace to kick off after the touchdown. And it goes deep, and Weiner will take it at about the 4-yard line. Weiner goes to the left side. Weiner spins and going to be brought down. And
nice job.
Southwood going to have their longest field to work with here that they've had so far tonight.
I think Fervada was in there, and I think Luna might have been in there too.
But you got to credit Parker Wallace with that kickoff, though. I mean, back to the 4.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where it all starts.
Right.
So Southwood, Mo Lloyd now deep in their own territory. We'll see what they can do here now. Just under 10 minutes to go here before halftime. And it looks like Southwood will huddle up, and now the official starts the play clock, and Mo Lloyd will get everybody on the same page.
Deming had 7 carries on that 10-play drive.
Wow. And he alternated left, right, left, right. I mean, they just kept mixing it up. So Lloyd now out of the shotgun. He's got Weiner to one side, and he sends a man in motion, and this time it's going to be handed off. I think that was the man in motion with it, and that was number 10, Nathan.
No, I thought that was Sutton.
Was it Sutton?
Yeah.
Okay, Sutton.
He's hard to find in there.
He is hard to find. Plus, like you say, he's so quick, then he gets in the middle of everything.
He's listed at 5'7". That might be generous. I mean, but in a lot of ways, he's an ideal size for.
3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7 now for Southwood. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Sutton right beside him. Lloyd back to pass. Looking, and he's got a man open, and it's going to be caught by Weiner, but he had a heck of a hit on him. Weiner comes down with it, but Carson Pollock.
That was Hook with a
11
big hit.
11,
Yeah.
okay. Hook, he nailed him right as he caught it, but that just tells you right there how good an athlete Weiner is. We talked about it earlier.
Oh, and that was a big-time pass, too, by Mo Lloyd.
Another first down.
Just put the right amount of touch on that.
Coming to this side will be Will Weiner. Sutton right beside Mo Lloyd. Come in motion is Lerner. Pitch out to Sutton. Sutton on the near side. Sutton going to be wrapped up at about the 40, what is that, about the 42, 43-yard line. Going to be a pickup of about 6, so it'll be 2nd and 4. Hard to see the lines with the way the sun's shining bright down on the lines.
Nice tackle there by Ethan Amaskita. Ethan is a transfer from Caston. In fact, his twin sister, Brianna, runs on the cross-country team at Caston.
Awesome.
Ethan's a really fun kid. Great to have him here. Playing the
5
outside linebacker spot.
5-4 on the play clock, 3 on the play clock, 2. Lloyd just gets it off and hands it to Sutton right back up the middle, and it's going nowhere. Nice job by the Zebras. Southwood a little rushed on that one. Not sure they were able to get exactly what they wanted. 3rd and about 3 now for Southwood.
And if you saw the scrimmage last week, Winnemac tried to run the ball up the middle, and they didn't have much success either. That was a lot like what you saw there. Rochester playing, I guess they call it a 4-3, but it really looks like a 4-2-5 with 3 safeties out there.
Lloyd again out of the shotgun.
But that's part of how you defend the spread.
Goes to his left, and it's to Weiner. Weiner catches it at midfield and dives forward into Zebra territory. He's going to be brought down about the 48-yard line, 47-yard line. So another first down being brought to you by Steve Moore Insurance. And Southwood moving the ball with 7:20 to go here in the first half. 7-7 our score on the Insulation Guys scoreboard.
Five catches for 45 yards and a touchdown for Cole Weiner.
Lloyd out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Lloyd flushed out of the pocket. He'll tuck it, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Sack on the quarterback means a Big Mac sack attack. You can get a free Big Mac because the Zebras just sacked the quarterback. It's available tomorrow in the McDonald's app and only available at the McDonald's store in Rochester. Again, go to the McDonald's app, download the McDonald's app, and you can get you a free, buy one, get one free Big Mac at the Rochester McDonald's, thanks to Alex Deming in the sack.
I asked Coach Schaefer before the year, why did he move Alex Deming from linebacker to defensive end? He goes, I think he can cause some havoc. He just caused some havoc there.
He did. The handoff to Sutton out of the shotgun. Sutton comes to the near side, tries to cut it back up the middle, and he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage after the sack. He'll gain 1 out of that, so about a 4-yard pickup.
Nice job by McKee forcing the play back inside, and he got some help from Fervada.
Knox leads Winnemac 8-0 with 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. They scored on the 44-yard play on their first play. Knox did.
Zebras at Knox next Friday.
Yeah.
And that is Knox scrimmaged Valley last week at Valley, and from what I heard, Knox more than held their own against a good Valley team.
And that will be a 7:30 start because of the time difference. Shotgun, Lloyd, back for Southwood, looking to throw up over the top to Weiner, incomplete over the top. And a couple Zebras there to make sure that he didn't, one of them being Hunter Campbell, a senior coming out this year and playing, and he's starting to make a difference already here in the first game.
Yeah, that's Mo Lloyd flirting with danger there. If you throw it too high over the middle, you're asking for trouble. Fortunately for Southwood, just an incompletion. Let's see what they do here on 4th and 9 in Zebra territory.
So Lloyd will be back now. The Zebras will send back Peyton Lunow just in case, and it looks like he will punt.
Right, they ran Peyton Lunow, the punt return around the field at the very last second. They didn't want to make absolutely sure that Lloyd would be back in punt formation.
Lloyd's the punter, and they say get away from it, and it'll bounce inside the 5. And that'll be the Zebras take over with 5:20 to go here in the first half. Tied at 7. The Zebra defense coming up strong as it looked like Southwood was starting to move the ball pretty easy as they started deep in their own territory. But that sack by Alex Deming really took the sail out of Southwood.
Yeah, that was big. And that was, well, you saw Alex Deming, I mean, his speed and his tenacity, that was a big-time play. And then
so Zebras now will have about as much distance to go as Southwood did. They pin them deep in their own end zone inside the 5.
And we talked about the Zebras, their versatility on defense and only having 3 guys go both ways. I think that kind of showed there.
Yeah.
Because they were able to
do some different things.
Yeah.
And Swango up under center. Got to be careful here. You're deep in your own end zone. They hand off right back up to Deming. Deming gets him a little bit more breathing room as he gets it across the 5. And it looks like at about the 7, so he'll pick up 3. And it'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Zebras. Clock continues to roll. 5 minutes to go here in the first half. 7-7 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard.
Yeah, 67, Nevin Sharp for Southwood. He's a ball player. He's listed at 6'2", 275, and he is big, but he can move, too, you can see.
Swango up under center. Deming behind him. Puts a man in motion. To Deming. Deming around the – nope, Swango keeps it. My fault. Swango then is going to be brought down just shy of the 10-yard line. Swango with the keeper that time. Didn't quite get the corner turned. Coach Schaefer was wanting to take that corner and turn it. So the Zebras will pick up a couple, though, but it's still going to be 3rd and long here as the 4:20 now on the game clock here in the first half. 7-7. And Swango will break the huddle with 15. They send Owen Prater to the far side.
We have not seen a ton of counters in this game.
Swango now to Deming. Deming around outside, got a hold. Deming still on his feet across the 20, down to the 25, and going to make it down to the 26 before he was tackled. And another Steve Moore Insurance first down. Great move that time. Great cut.
Shot out of a cannon.
He was. Oh, great cut that time.
The Zebras' nostrils were smoking there. 92 yards rushing on the game for Deming.
Swango up under center. Swango rolls out of the pocket looking to throw. Swango tucks it this time, cuts it back up. Swango across the 25, going to be brought down at about the 27, 28-yard line. He'll pick up maybe a yard. Warriors answer, knocks right back on a 42-yard pass play, but unfortunately the kick fails. It's 8-6 now, Knox over Winnemac.
Sophomore quarterback in Winnemac this year, Cash Roth.
Braves over the Apaches, 12-7 right now.
Boy, McConaughey was so young last year. They're going to be improved, I think.
Swango quickly to the up under center. Now the handoff goes to the right side to Deming. He's going to be stuffed up this time. He'll make it about a yard pickup, but it's still going to be 3rd and about 7 now for the Zebras. Two and a half to go here in this first half. 7-7. Zebras would like to get this first down and maybe even just run the clock out and keep it going. If you can get a score, great, but you also keep it out of Southwood's hands.
Zebras have all 3 of their timeouts left.
Fully loaded on this near side. Swango up under center. Send a man in motion. The pitch back is to McGee. McKee turns it. McKee across the 30 and going to be shy of the first down. He's going to be knocked out of bounds as the Zebras do call a timeout. Nope, Southwood calls a timeout, trying to preserve that clock. So now the Zebras will have an opportunity to talk about it as Southwood calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the half, and we'll take one as well with 2 minutes exactly to go here in the first half. 7-7. Back with more RTC TV4 and Giant FM. Barnhart Field as we get ready for the 4th down and about 3 yards for the Zebras, and a big decision here because you don't want Southwood with 2 minutes to go to have the ball that deep in the Zebra territory, but yet you got to have confidence in your offense still. why I'm glad I'm up here, not down there making the call.
Right. It definitely made sense from Coach Snyder's standpoint to call timeout there.
Zebras keep Swango on the field. Knox runs a kickoff back. The 2-point conversion is good, and now 16-8. So a flurry of activities in just a few minutes there. That was 32 seconds on the game clock.
LaVille 28-0 over Bremen early in the second quarter. That's a
Swango
LaVille team that's really good.
Up under center, trying to draw it off. It looks like the Zebras will take a timeout. Just trying to draw it off, get the free first down, and they didn't. So the Zebras will take a timeout. We'll keep this one here as we kind of look and see what to think. Zebras still have 2 timeouts left. Val, do you try it again, or do you go ahead and run a play?
I'd punt and trust my defense here. Maybe I'm a little conservative, but
7-7 here to go. 2 minutes to go. Coach Schaefer looking at some other coaches doing a little chit chat back and forth, trying to decide.
Yeah, the only thing is you tried to punt earlier. It wasn't the greatest.
Right.
It went 20 yards. So,
and right now the ball's sitting at the 33-yard line.
Boy, this
of the Zebras.
This isn't 1 or 2. This is a good 3 yards.
Yeah, it's a good solid 3 because you got to get to the other side of the 36. I mean, right at about the 36. So it's a solid 3, and Swango's still on the field. Again, Zebras still have 2 timeouts.
Here we go.
Deming up behind, the handoff to Deming. Deming's met at the line, but they fake the handoff, and it went over to Fervida. Fervida gets the Steve Moore insurance. They faked me out, Val.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. They faked me out.
Woo, I thought for sure that Deming had that. Great run by Fervida downhill and got that first down, kept the clock rolling. Great job, great play call by Coach Schaefer.
About 3 guys on the Southwood defense flocked to Deming.
Now Deming gets it, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage, and maybe even a yard loss as they're going to give him, a yard loss, so they're going to be second down and 11. Back to the 41-yard line. Clock continues to roll, 1:19 to go here before halftime. Zebras should, if they manage the clock right, should be able to keep it at least for most of this last minute and a half, or minute 10.
Right now, how do you manage your 2 timeouts is what.
Right, you also have that available.
You have to deal with. I mean, Swango went over to the huddle, went over to the sideline. That's taking some time off the clock.
Prater gives it off to McKee. McKee changed directions. McKee going back the other way to the far side. Hit, ball's loose, and Southwood recovers. So not what the Zebras wanted there as they fumble the football at the 37-yard line, and now Southwood gets an opportunity here with just 46.8 seconds remaining in the quarter, and Mo Lloyd wants to try to get something going.
Nathan Lehner recovered the fumble for Southwood.
So now the Zebra defense going to be put to the test here again. 1st and 10. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Twins each way. Sutton behind Lloyd. Lloyd throws it low to to Weiner. He gets it and goes out of bounds. It's a catch at about the 30-yard line, short of the first down marker. But he did get out of bounds. It stomps didn't he? Nope, stayed in bounds. Okay. So he did stay in bounds. Clock continues to roll. Thought the initial was out of bounds, but good job of the Zebra defense not letting him out of bounds. Clock's down to 20. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Looking to throw. Back. Flushed out of the pocket. Has nobody. Still looking. Here comes the Zebra defense. And he unleashes at the last minute. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown Southwood. And guess who? Cole Weiner. Wow. Cole Weiner behind 3 Zebras and one of his own teammates goes up in the air and gets that. And if you're on RTC TV4, you can see the replay now. Mo Lloyd just flings that thing into the end zone. Weiner in the back of the end zone comes up with the catch.
Best athlete on the field made a play. Brady Beck was, well, the 2 best athletes maybe, I guess you'd say, because Looked like Brady Beck was in pursuit of Lloyd, got a hand on him, but Mo cut inside, bought him an extra split second, and he was able to get the ball there. And
how many yards was that? Well,
30.
30-yard touchdown pass. And the kick by Weiner is up and good. So with 5 seconds remaining, it is now Southwood 14, Zebra 7. I'll have 5 seconds when we come back before halftime. And we'll just go ahead and keep it here, Steve. We'll keep it here, and we'll talk about this final 5 seconds. A learning experience right there for the Zebras. Obviously, McKee trying to make something happen, but unfortunately, with changing directions and everything else, didn't quite have the grip on the ball that he thought.
Yeah,
tough loss that time for the offense, and you knew if Lloyd had enough opportunities that he would make the Zebras pay. And great defense though, flushed out of the pocket. Who was that? That was Brady Beck. Mm-hmm. Flushing him out and was within grasp of him. I mean, just seconds away. But Mo Lloyd to Weiner on 30-yard touchdown pass. A scoring drive brought to you by Rochester Ford, home of the lifetime oil change. On the insulation scoreboard now, it is Knights 14, Zebras 7. And they'll get the kickoff. And I don't remember the last time the Zebras have ran a kickoff back, but it'd be all right now to do one.
Yeah, it wouldn't be mine. Yeah, wouldn't mind, but I have a feeling Southwood has some other ideas. They're not going to let one of Rochester's deep men get it.
I'm going to guess not, especially with 5 seconds to go. We'll wait and see here. The deep man is McKee. You got Hook to the near side. And Weiner to kick off. Kick being brought by Odell. Just over the top. And that's going to be picked up by number 80, Maddox Jewell. Jewell picks it up, runs out of bounds as the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for the first half. Southwood strikes with 5 seconds to go to take the lead into halftime on the Insulation Guys scoreboard. 14, Southwood, 7, Zebras. Back with the halftime show being brought to you this year by Beacon Credit Union, helping Hoosiers since 1931, now in 50 counties. We'll be back with the halftime show right after this on Giant FM and RTC TV4.
Where's your dog?
Helping Hoosiers since 1931, now in 50 counties. Well, we got some scores from around the area before we get to ours, Val. It's 2 minutes to go before halftime. It is now 28-0 Logan over Peru. Cherubusco and Columbia City are tied at 7. It's Valley 16, Wawasee 0 at halftime. Last report it was Maconaquah 7, Maconaquah 12, Wabash 7. And also at last report, it was 16-8 Knox over Winnemac is what I've got. If you've got any others.
I have 16-6 Knox over Winnemac.
Okay.
And, those are the ones that I've noticed thus far.
Obviously, Culver and Caston in the area in action as well.
Culver's playing North Judson. That was a 7:30 start, so they're probably not as further along. Of course, North Judson has knocked Culver out of the sectional the last 3 years, and it's a Judson team that's highly ranked again. This year they're ranked number 5 in the state. So we'll see how Coach Zahner team does. Of course, their offensive coordinator is a Zebra grad, Austin Faust.
Zebra, yep.
Yeah. A game that has my curiosity is North Miami and Manchester as well. We haven't gotten an update there, but North Miami had more injuries than just about any team in the area. They were down to, I think, their fourth-string quarterback by the end of last year. So curious to see how Coach Grant's team rebounds. Again, he runs the weights program there as well as coaching the football team. So I expect a bounce-back year a little bit from North Miami.
You know, and that's what you never know. That's the interesting part, I guess, about the TRC. You just never know from year to year what the TRC is going to have. One team may be down a little bit, but then you get a team that bounces right back and comes back. So it definitely makes a nice variety.
When I first started covering the TRC in the 2004, I mean, the Wabash County teams were just irrelevant in football. I mean, it was just something they did between baseball and basketball seasons. Things have changed a lot. The sophistication has changed a lot in terms of the coaching. The quality of coaching is so much better. They're putting more money into their. When you put more money into your football stadium, it's a commitment that you're making to having a better football team as well. And we've seen that a lot of that lately. Southwood has really just emerged in these past few years. Northfield, the job that Coach Baker's done. I know they're playing at Bluffton tonight, but the quality of high school football in Wabash County has changed a lot, and it's made covering high school football a lot more interesting.
Here tonight at Barnhart Field, the cheerleaders had a cheer clinic this week, so only 4 home games for the Zebras this year. So in those 4 games, you got the cheer clinic, you're going to have homecoming, you've got senior night, you've got a lot of activities. So trying to stretch them in here to 4 home games this year. First night out of the bat, you get cheer clinic. So a good crowd, though, on hand for the Zebras tonight. RTC fans, you're able to watch a highlight reel right now that Steve put together the first half highlights. Val, let's talk about some of those. Zebras had the ball to start with a little bit and struggled early in that first quarter, but I think as we saw coming to the end of the first quarter and into the second quarter, Zebras finally found something.
Well, there's been one turnover on each side, and the turnovers were huge both ways. The first drive, the Zebras kind of stalled out. The second drive was much better. They really got Deming involved in the offensive line, really seemed to get into more of a rhythm. Alex Deming finished the first half with 18 carries for 92 yards and a touchdown. Here's the touchdown run.
There it is.
Which he dragged Mo Lloyd the final 2 yards.
And really, and then the kickoff. I mean, was what great coverage there to start Southwood deep, and that again allowed the Rochester defense really to hold them. They got to midfield, and that was about where they put them to stop. But then, unfortunately, the turnover on the Zebras, a costly one, as Southwood puts it in the end zone with 5 seconds to go.
Yeah, and right. I mean, they would eventually get the ball back after that drive. So you're thinking. And, I mean, they had that clutch 4th down conversion on 4th and 3 from their own 33, and you're thinking, boy, at the very least, you're going to go into the locker room tied at halftime, and now you're down by 7, and Southwood has the ball to start the second half.
Right. So now the defense really needs to come up with a big stop here early in this third quarter.
It's basically a double possession. They
get
the ball, and they get the ball again.
Scoring drive looks like this for the game. 3 scores. The first one came at the 4 minutes, 32-second mark of the first quarter with a 5-yard touchdown pass from Lloyd to Weiner. 7-0. The PATY Weiner was good. Second quarter, 10 minutes to go. Zebras get their first strike on that 9-yard run by Alex Deming. The PAT was good, and it was 7-7. Then, like we said, the 5 seconds to go before half, Lloyd to Weiner on a 30-yard touchdown pass. The PAT was good, and that's where we stand here at halftime on the We're ready for the second half kickoff, and it's going to be brought to you by Odell Lumber and Supply, your only locally owned building supplier. Check them out on State Road 14. That's Odell Lumber. As we get ready to go, and unfortunately, Southwood strikes at the end of the second quarter. Now they get the ball back to start the third.
Also, a quick shout-out, Rochester Girls Soccer beat Mechaniqua 3-1 in their season opener at Mechaniqua last night. Congrats to Coach Chantel Rensberger and her team. They lost some kids to graduation. They lost some kids to injury-related reasons, just kids who didn't come out.
And the kick is off, going to be taken by Weiner. He catches it in stride. Weiner going to be brought down near the, what is that, about the 30?
That was
25?
A nice play by Brant Beck. I mean, he was being blocked. He shed a block and was able to get the tackle. That probably saved about 10 yards.
So Lloyd and the Southwood Knights are back out on the field to start the third quarter. Again, on the Insulation Guys scoreboard, 14-7. We want to thank Beacon Credit Union for being our halftime sponsor this year. And here's the Zebra defense now, see what they can do after the halftime adjustments. Lloyd, the snap is low. He keeps it, comes around the near side. Lloyd, outside the corner, going to step out of bounds as he had nowhere to go. And right there was a couple different zebras and forced him out of bounds. Couldn't get him to get it to tackle, but Lloyd, on the other hand, picked up 5 yards.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see what Coach Snyder did in the halftime locker room to try to get more involved in the running game.
Yeah. So it's.
I don't think they're very deep at the running back spot outside of Sutton and Moe. Yeah. So
2nd and 5 now for Southwood. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Sutton right beside him. And he looks to throw. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Rolls out of the pocket. He's forced out. Here comes a couple zebras. And he is going to be shoved out of bounds at about the 30-yard line. 32-yard line. So not much of a gain. So it'll be 3rd and about 5 now for Southwood.
Good coverage.
Yeah.
Very good coverage.
Great pursuit from the backside as well, forcing Lloyd out of the pocket and really just did not have anywhere to throw it. To the near side is Will Weiner and Pershing. Sutton beside Lloyd again. Throwing over the middle, and it's going to be complete this time out to number 10. That's Nathan Leiner. And Leiner picks up a first down and more as the ball is going to be marked down about the 45-yard line. Another first down. Steve Moore Insurance, our proud supporters of first downs this year. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now.
Gain of 14 on that play.
Now they come triples to the near side. And Weiner. Lloyd hands off to Sutton. He goes right back up the middle. He'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards. Going to be just shy of midfield. And we have a injured Southwood player down. And they'll send both teams to the sideline to see. I'm guessing just because it's a little bit warmer today. I was just thinking earlier that we haven't seen any cramping yet, but I'm guessing this might be. We'll wait and see. As both teams, trainers, athletic trainers on the field. Field as the injured Southwood Knight is number 67, Nevin Sharp, a 6'2 senior.
That is big.
Yeah.
Sharp is first team all-conference, and he has done a big job on that defensive line.
No pressure on that right leg and down around the ankle area, it looks like. So he is being helped off by some teammates.
And this is not a very deep Southwood team in terms of big guys.
Injury report being brought to you by Woodlawn Hospital. Valet parking so you don't wear yourself out. Walking from the parking garage. Again, that's Woodlawn Hospital.
Halftime score, Lafayette Central Catholic leads Seeger 17-13. Wow. Both of those teams are in Rochester sectional.
And another update from Winnemac and Knox. 78-yard run by Knox. 2-point conversion good. 32-6 now. 5:45 left in the second quarter. Knox starting to pull away from the Warriors, and obviously graduating 16 seniors for Winnemac last year. A tough rebuild year. Trips to the near side. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Looking, throws over the middle. It's going to be incomplete. Left it too short for Weiner, and he was pretty much wide open right up the middle.
Yeah, you can tell Mo's reaction was, man, I want that one back.
So Zebras will force 3rd down and about 6 here. Ball's just shy of midfield. Randy and Val, glad you could join us here tonight for high school football. Barnhart Field in great shape here. Rochester High School, and another great night for opening night of football.
Northfield 7-0 over Bluffton at halftime. North Miami 6-0 over Manchester at halftime.
Lloyd keeps it as Sutton had it. He's hitting the backfield. Now he's going to be forced out of the bounce. And, they keep him in bounds, but throw him down, and doing so is Colton Fervita. And he'll pick up about a yard and get right to midfield. It's going to be 4th and 5 now for Southwood Knights.
Colton Fervita is a weight room warrior. He spends as much time as anybody there, and that was, Mo Lloyd's not a little guy, and he took him down by the shoulders.
Lunau goes back deep to receive the punt.
Mo made the first man miss. He thought he was kind of home free, and Colton said, no, you don't.
No. So Lloyd will punt it away. He'll stand at about the 40. The high end over end kick. Lou now will let it bounce right into his hand, and then he's still on his feet, crosses the 20, 25, still down, and going to be down around the 27, 28-yard line. Great run by Peyton Lou now.
I love that. I hate guys who just let the punt roll down.
Yeah.
And
I thought at first he let it bounce in, but it went right into the breadbasket, and a great job by Peyton.
Yeah, he took a step back, but he was just basically trying to get himself in position to field the ground ball, and he did a great job.
Zebras will start at the 28-yard line. First and 10, their first opportunity here in the third quarter, trailing 14-7 with 9:48 to go here in this third quarter.
33-yard punt, 13-yard return by Lunau.
Swango up under center. Goes to Deming. Deming around that right side. Going to get near the 30, and they'll give him 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8. And another injured Southwood player, as we have a score: Concordia 26, Fort Wayne South 6. Thanks to Coach Davis. And then, he's kind of laying at a weird angle. I'm not sure. Up cramping. That's why he's trying to answer. So Christina coming to the aid of Southwood, as their trainer still looking over at the last injured player, stretching it out. And that's going to be 32. That is Evan Rannick. And a little stretch, and Rannick's right back up.
Yeah, the freshman.
Yeah.
Learning a lot about hydration.
Yes. Very important. So a 2-yard pickup for Deming, and it'll put it 2nd and 8 now for the Zebras from their own 30. Deming behind Swango. Swango up under center. Lou now to Deming's left. Deming gets it up the middle. No, they do give it to Lou now. With that fake, Swango does a great job with that fake handoff to Deming, and Deming sells it as well. And Lou now able to get another Steve Moore Insurance first down. Ball at the 40. So Lou now with a big pickup puts Zebras moving forward. 1st and 10 from their own 40 with 9:17 to go here in the third quarter. Trailing 14-7. Randy and Val, glad you could join us. Deming gets it this time right up over the middle, and he falls forward to about the 47-yard line. Give him 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Hello, Luke Pershing. My name is Alex Deming.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
They met, and, Mr. Deming introduced himself.
Alex up over 100 yards rushing now. 20 carries, 101, and a touchdown.
Swango again, up under center. 2nd and short. Deming cuts it back to the left. He's wide open up the middle now. Deming crosses the 20. Excuse me, that's a 30 now across the 25. Going to be brought down. They're going to mark him at the 24, 25-yard line. Zebras are quick down the line. Another Steve Moore Insurance first down for the Zebras. And that ball is marked right at the 35-yard line. Swango up under center.
29 yards on that last carry.
Deming again. Nope, faked it. Gives it off to McGee this time. McGee around the left side. McGee down to the 20. That's the 30. Beck. Southwood's trying to say a fumble, but they say he was down by contact on the ground. So
we haven't seen a ton of counters in this game, that outside counter, but we saw it there, and again, 4 yards.
Yep. We talked about that last year. You know, at certain times when Zebras went to that counter, it really worked well. 10 seconds on the play clock. Swango up under center. Swango. Deming, right side. Deming breaks free and down inside the 5 in the red zone. And he's going to be in about the 5-yard line. So red zone being brought to you by Farm Credit Mid-America, securing the future of rural communities and agriculture. Ball is marked right at the 5, and Alex Deming, another great run.
Southwood missing Nevin Sharp. They're running right where he usually is positioned. And that was a great lead block, too, by Brant Beck, the freshman. Alex ran right behind him.
Look for it again. You just need 5 yards this time. Swango up under center. And around the left side, and he's going to be brought down about the 2 is Deming. So 3-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and goal now for the Zebras. Zebras looking to tie this thing up. 7-12 and counting here in this third quarter. Swango comes to the huddle with the play call from the side. Breaks it with 12. Swango up under center. Getting everybody in the right position. Swango to Deming on the right side. And then waiting for the sign. There it is. Touchdown. With 6:49 to go in the third. The Zebras are 1 point away from tying this thing up. 2-yard or 3-yard?
2 yards.
2-yard touchdown run. And the point after coming up by Parker Wallace. And Wallace is up and good. We're tied at 14-14 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard here at Barnhart Field with 6:49 to go here in the third quarter. Back with more from Barnhart Field. Giant FM and RTC TV4. As the Zebras score on a 2-yard Deming run. You got the scoring drive by Rochester Ford?
8 plays, 72 yards. Alex Deming with a 2-yard touchdown run, and Parker Wallace with the PAT.
Parker Wallace kicks it just kind of off to the side. I don't know if that was planned, but quickly covered.
That was definitely planned.
Yeah, great job. It quickly covered by Southwood as they will take over now at about the 41-yard line of the Knights.
That was a nice play by Will Weiner because that whole kickoff was designed to catch Southwood napping, and Will Weiner was not napping. And now they have got pretty good field position at their own 41.
So, 1st and 10 now.
That was like a pooch kick?
Yeah,
is that what you would call it?
It's kind of like, just a high kick trying to allow the Zebras time to get down there.
Well, that's showing confidence in your defense, though.
Twins to each side. Sutton beside Lloyd. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. And there it is. False start. And that'll back up Southwood. That's their first penalty, I believe, too.
I believe that's true.
So first penalty of the night for Southwood will back them up 5. The 1st and 15 now.
Normally you'd worry about this if you're in the offense, but, man, with Weiner and Sutton and Mo Lloyd, they've got 3 big play guys. It's not too big of a deal.
Again, man in motion. Lloyd out of the shotgun, looking to throw over the top, and another flag in the backfield, and it's going to be completed to number 24, Luke Parishing. But holding against Southwood, it'll back them up some more. All of a sudden now, Southwood kind of falling apart. You talked about that early, Val, in the pregame, that if you're Southwood, you don't want to try to play from behind just because of the number game.
Yeah. I mean, the next score in this game is going to be huge.
Yeah, either way.
Whoever scores next is going to be huge, either way.
So it'll back them up a 10 this time. So now it'll be 2nd and 25.
Should be
or 20
first and long.
Yep, they do give it first. Okay, that the official is telling the chain gang. So first in about 25, 26 so yards.
Yeah, first and 26. I have it.
Lloyd out of the shotgun. Sutton right beside him. Lloyd to throw. Lloyd looks left. Throwing left over the top to Weiner, and it's a battle. And who comes down with it? Weiner.
Wow. Hunter Campbell did everything he could.
Did. I thought Campbell might have had it. But
great athletic play by the kid. I think Hunter Campbell might have even had a fingertip on it,
yeah.
but Cole Weiner just had stronger hands.
First down for Southwood at the 40. Great job by Hunter Campbell. Like you said, nothing else he could do on that one.
A gain of 35 yards on first and 26.
Weiner is on the far side this time. Lloyd out of the shotgun.
Weiner over 100 yards receiving at 117 now.
Lloyd keeps it, goes back up the middle, and he goes right back to the original line of scrimmage as he faked the handoff to Sutton.
Well, he introduced himself to Pershing on the offense. He just introduced himself to Mo Lloyd there. That was a heck of a play by Deming.
They're going to give him 1, so 2nd and 9 now. As Sutton comes up kind of cramping in the toes, he's trying to stretch out, and he'll head to the sideline.
Because talking with Coach Schaefer after the scrimmage last week, I said, what's been kind of the adjustment issue? And he goes, it's kind of reading your keys.
Yeah.
And he did it great there.
So Lloyd again tucks it right back, trying to go right back up the middle, and he's going to lose that yard he gained as it's back to the 40, 3rd and 10. Nothing up the middle this time for Southwood.
Brady Beck, nice play. That was Brady with the read, and of course Brady, who's done a lot of wrestling in his life. I mean, that was just, that's something he's done on the wrestling mat a million times in his life.
Yes.
Southwood
taking their time looking to the sidelines, 13 on the play clock. As Mo Lloyd looking at the wristband. He's got 32. That is Evan Rannick next to him.
Curious if this is 4-down territory for Southwood.
2 on the play clock. Lloyd has it. Mo slips in the background, gets back up, looking to throw it. Goes over the top to Weiner, and does he stay in bounds? And he does.
Oh, man.
First down, Southwood at the 20. Weiner tiptoed down, and he had both feet down, making sure. Wow, Weiner's just having himself an excellent ball game here tonight for Southwood.
I don't know what was better there, the throw or the catch.
Yeah.
They both were great. I mean, that is throwing on the move.
1 foot.
And the only guy who could have caught it was Weiner.
So it's 1st and 10 from the 20. The red zone being brought to you by Farm Credit Mid-America. Zebra's defense now needs to put a stop here on the Knights. Lloyd with 4 on the play clock, with 3. Drops back, looks to throw, and he's going to be sacked in the backfield.
Brock.
Ethan Brock with a big sack at the 25-yard line, a 5-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 15 now. Great penetration that time by the Zebras.
And good coverage, too.
So Lloyd looking to the sidelines again. 4:15 to go here in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 14 at Barnhart Field. Randy and Val, exciting high school opening night action. Lloyd again out of the shotgun. Rolls to the near side this time. Little flip out into the flat and incomplete. The intended receiver was Luke Pershing. And that'll bring up 3rd and 15 now. So the Zebras.
That's a head scratcher. All the passes that Mo's made tonight, he missed on that one.
Right through the hands of Pershing.
Yeah.
Sutton back into the contest for Southwood. Southwood, play clock down to 15. Under 4 now to go here in this 3rd quarter. Clock is stopped on the incomplete pass. Lloyd looking to throw again. Drops back, looking, unleashes it over the top, and this time it's going to be knocked incomplete by the Zebra defense. Intended receiver was Weiner. And that's going to bring up 4th and 15 now, as Lloyd goes to the sideline to see what the coaching staff wants to do. And Sutton got hit hard as he was trying to protect Lloyd.
Well, they made sure they had Weiner double covered in the end zone there. Dylan Hook was playing in back, and Colton Fervida was playing in front, and I think Colton might have gotten a piece of it.
They're going to go for it. Are the Southwood Knights, 4th and 15 from the 25. Mo Lloyd out of the shotgun. Lloyd drops back, looking to throw. Here comes pressure. Lloyd steps up, over the top, incomplete, turnover on downs. Zebras did a great job again in coverage and pressuring Mo Lloyd, flushing him out of his just normal drop. And the Zebras come away with a turnover on downs. They'll have it 1st and 10 from their own 25.
Fervida was there, and Brant Beck was there to help out.
Great defense by the Zebras. So
and
now.
That noise you just heard was the entire Zebra stands breathing a sigh of relief.
Yes.
Cole Weiner has, in case you're wondering, 9 catches for 136 yards and 2 touchdowns. And we're in the third quarter.
Swango to throw wide open. Luno has it. 45-50. Now down to the 40, the 35. Touchdown, Zebras. Swango to Luno, and the Zebras take the lead for the first time tonight.
Wow.
Great comeback answer for the Zebras.
It was a pump fake to the left.
Lunow pulls away from everybody.
Lehner looked like he had a chance to get him, but no, he didn't.
So the PAT by Parker Wallace coming. The kick is up, and it is good, and the Zebras take the lead 21-14 on our Insulation Guys scoreboard. We'll come back and we'll talk about that quick hit by the Zebras right after this. Zebra football, Giant FM and RTC TV4. That scoring drive being brought to you by Rochester Ford, and it was just one play, Val. It's all it took for the Zebras to strike.
One play, 75 yards, and it took, 6 seconds off the clock?
Yeah, just about. Yep. Great pass that time by Swango to Lunow, and Lunow just like he shifted down and found another speed and started pulling away.
That's going to be frustrating for Southwood. You get a 10-play drive going, and you get in scoring range. You decide to not attempt a 42-yard field goal, but I imagine Cole Weiner doesn't have that kind of distance on his leg, and then, boom, you hit him with 75, where your safeties just fall asleep, and all of a sudden the Zebras are back on top.
Big one for the Zebras there.
On top for the first time of the season.
Yes. Here's the kick, a little pooch kick again, trying to catch him off guard. And that one is taken by the Southwood Knights at about the 43-yard line. That kick was Mitchell Schaefer this time, trying to do a little pooch kick.
And that would be Rank, the freshman, Ivan Rank.
So with 3:38 to go here in the third quarter, the Zebras have taken their first lead of the season and of the game, 21-14 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard. So Lloyd has another opportunity to get back on the field. Not a lot of rest, and that's the interesting part, too. The Zebras not having as many kids going both ways. This doesn't affect them as much.
Yep, and Nevin Sharp obviously not in good shape and probably not coming back tonight.
Lloyd throws it out to the flat, and it's going to be caught by number 24. That is Luke Pershing. Pershing picks up about 2 yards. Going to be 2nd and 8. As Lloyd kind of looked like maybe he was going to keep that, and he flipped it out in the flat at the last second. I think you got Mo Lloyd a little frustrated a little bit on those last defensive stops.
Mo had 30 yards on his first carry, and you're like, oh, boy, this is going to be a long night. But they have really kept Mo from getting any big yards on the ground in this game, and that's been impressive. He's done his damage through the air.
Lloyd to throw, and it is out on the near side, out to Will Weiner. And he's going to be just shy of the first down marker. Now you see Southwood maybe taking those little chunks at a time instead of going to the deep side.
And I think that has to concern you if you're Coach Schaefer, Coach Davis, because you're thinking, Boy, if he can just do that 2-3 step drop and then find an open man, they can pick us apart for 7 yards at a time. That's
3rd and about 1 now for Southwood. Lloyd with 10 seconds on the play clock. Out of the shotgun. Sutton next to him. Sutton gets the ball. Sutton around the left side, hit at the line of scrimmage, but he's going to get forward progress, and he's going to get a Steve Moore Insurance first down.
Yeah, just great second effort by the kid there.
Unfortunately, I think he might have got to hit pretty hard. Slow to get up, and he'll head to the sidelines with a little gimp. Again, he had one earlier as he kind of was trying to stretch his toes out. It looked like he had a cramp in his foot. Referee will wind the clock, and 15 to go on the play clock. Lloyd checking out the wristband. Shotgun for Southwood. 1st and 10 from the 46, 44. They flush him out of the pocket. They almost had him. Now Lloyd can reload. Launches it deep, and it's going to be incomplete. Incomplete for Lloyd, the intended receiver there. But Deming had him in his grips, but unfortunately, Mo Lloyd got out of it.
Boy, Brand Beck's gonna sleep well tonight. He's been everywhere on defense this half, and Will Weiner thought he should have had it. I mean, he kind of slammed his hand on the ground, but that was pretty good coverage too.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10 now for Southwood. 2 minutes, 19 seconds to go here in this 3rd quarter. Zebras up 21-14. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Zebras making some quick changes from the sidelines on the call. Further comes to the near side, and now we're going to have a penalty in the back, and I think it's going to be delay game. Yep, they've been close the last couple times.
Boy, that is not.
Zebras got lucky there. Coach Davis not happy with the defense, not noticing some things, but they got a break with the penalty now for Southwood.
That is not something that should happen when you got a veteran ball club if you're Coach Snyder.
And so we'll wait and see. Yep, they're going to change balls apparently. Oh, no, just change one from the sideline to the other. After the penalty, it'll be 2nd and 15 now. Back to midfield for Southwood. Lloyd, lone set in the backfield. Now he gets the man in motion. They fake it to him. Lloyd, he's going to be sacked again. Lloyd is sacked. I didn't get the number.
That would be Brock.
Is that Brock again?
Yep.
All right. Great job by Brock. Brings up 3rd and long. Ethan Brock, number 89, on the sack. Again, don't forget the Zebras, that's a 2nd sack. And you can take your McDonald's app down to the Rochester McDonald's and buy one, get one free Big Macs due to the Zebras sacking the quarterback. Again, it's available tomorrow in the app at the McDonald's Rochester. So the Big Mac sack attack is in play, so make sure you download that Big Mac app, or McDonald's app, and so you can get that buy one, get one free tomorrow. Southwood takes a timeout as they are faced with a 3rd and long, about 20 here coming up in this play. And if the Zebra defense can hold this one, boy, that's going to be a big flip of the coin.
Yeah, and I'm curious to know why Coach Snyder called timeout there. I'm wondering if his kids are just
wore out.
Yeah, I think they're just
obviously
tired.
We talked earlier, a little warmer today than it has been.
Yeah.
And Coach Schaefer made that kind of comment early in the pregame show. The humidity a little more today than it has been, but the Zebras is not really affected by that right now. And I think you're right. I think Southwood is.
Yeah. Either that, or if you had a player in 3rd and 22, it might be toward the back of the playbook. You got to flip back.
You got to flip back here and see it.
Curious to see if this is going to be 4-down territory if it's South.
But you got to remember, they had 1st and 26 earlier, and Mo Lloyd with a big throw to Weiner. Mm-hmm. So you never know. You got to be on your toes here with Mo Lloyd. 3rd and 22 now. Out of the shotgun, Mo Lloyd comes to the near side, looking, crosses over his body, and it's going to be intercepted. Intercepted, Gavin McGee. You know it's never a good thing when the quarterback has to throw back across his body, kind of a jump throw as well. If you're at home in RTC TV4, you can see it coming up here.
Yeah.
Kind of throws it across his body, jumps, and a nice job by Gavin McGee.
I'm a little curious. Cole Weiner was on the left side of the field.
Yeah.
So why did you roll him to the right? That would be I'm curious to know if that's how they drew it up in the huddle.
So it's a turnover.
Happy for Gavin McGee after that mistake he had in the first half to tone a little bit there.
Zebras have a minute 47 here in the third to maybe add another touchdown before the fourth quarter. We'll wait and see as Swango up under center. He sends Lou now in motion. And on the counter, that's Gavin McGee again, still on his feet. He's being pushed by the whole pile, and he's finally going to be brought down about the 25-yard line. Or 45-yard line. I'll get it right.
Call that a gain of 9.
9-yard pickup. Just shy. 2nd and 1 now for the Zebras. Clock continues to roll. Minute 19 and counting here in this third quarter. Randy and Val, glad you could join us here. Zebras get set at the line. Swango up under center.
3 carries for 14 yards.
Swango to Deming. Deming gets the first down and more. Still on his feet. And finally going to be brought down near the 40. And they'll stop the clock for the first down with exactly 1 minute left here in this third quarter. Some changes. Lou now comes out. Furvita comes in. Gavin McGee out. Also coming in was Brant back. So we'll wait and see what the Zebras have here as the clock rolls. And
that was real close to a false start on that last one.
Yes, I wondered. I wasn't going to say anything until afterwards to make sure the official.
Somebody on the left side of the offensive line flinched very slightly.
But they didn't catch it. So a little chain malfunction over there on the sideline. So they got that fixed. And I think we're ready to go now. Under 50 to go. Here in the third quarter. Coming to the near side is Owen Prater. Swango gives it to Furvita. Furvita, he dives underneath on Pyle. Instead of going over to the top, he dives underneath it and picks up several yards. Clock continues to roll. 30 seconds to go. And we're going to have another injured player, I believe. Yes, we're going to stop the clock with 26 seconds.
And that is Oprisik, who is
he's
another great player.
He's in some pain. I don't know if it's another cramp or what it is. Yep, looks like it is. Teammates are helping stretch that cramp out. Zebras come to the sideline and getting some water here with the final 26 seconds to go here in this third quarter. Giant FM and RTC TV4 bringing you home coverage of the season opener here on Giant FM. As they stretch him out and slowly walk him over to the side, try to stretch more as he goes. It looks like he's going to hobble on over to the sideline. And again, that's 56, Jarrett Denny, 5'11 junior.
It was Denny. It was not Oprisik.
No, it was Denny, yeah. So the Zebras will have it now, 2nd and 4 with 26 seconds to go before the end of the quarter. Probably look for one play here, try to get that first down and head into the fourth quarter with momentum on your side.
Lewis Cass 16-0 over Pioneer in the third quarter.
Knox is just drilling Winamac. Last report, let's see, 47-6.
Well, Coach Radke now in his third year at Knox. I think he's got his program installed in terms of how he wants to run it.
Logan over Peru, 37-0 right now. Zebras going to let the quarter run out. They'll head to the fourth quarter with a lead of 21-14 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard. Back with the fourth and final quarter after this. You're listening to Zebra Football, Giant FM and RTC TV4. Field as the Zebras took the lead in that third quarter. Now it's a matter of see if they can add to it and maintain that great defense that they had here in the second half.
Rochester with 292 yards of total offense through 3 quarters, 217 rushing, and 75 passing on 1 completion.
Whew. Great third quarter for the Zebras.
Yeah.
See if they can keep it going as they have 2nd and 5 to start the 4th quarter as we
Alex
flip
Deming
into the field.
Alex Deming, 25 carries for 155 yards and 2 touchdowns so far.
Randy and Val here tonight, thanks to all our sponsors, including Smith Farm Store, serving farm and home since 1971. Smith Sawyer Smith Insurance, insurance bonds and wealth management. Woodlawn Hospital will care and compassion meet. Manitowoc Moose Family Fun Center, number 1107. Come out and enjoy family fun. Just some of the sponsors making tonight's broadcast and every Friday night here this season possible. Swango with a handoff right up the middle to Deming, and he's going to be just shy of the first down at about the 31-yard line. And it'll bring up 3rd and 1. Nope, they're going to give him the first down. Okay, first down, Zebras. Steve Moore Insurance, first down. Kind of slow move. Nobody moved over there. I assumed it was a yard short, but they gave it to him. Swango fakes the handoff to Deming, gives it to Furvita. Furvita around the right side. Furvita cuts it back up the middle. Furvita still on his feet, and he's finally going to be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Great pickup, great run by Colton Furvita. And it'll be 2nd and about 2, an 8-yard pickup for Furvita.
Nice block by Brady Beck. Nice block by Peyton Young. The 2 guards, they really got out there. And Xavier Vance was out there. He was looking for somebody to block. Nobody wanted to take him on.
Can you blame him?
Yeah.
2nd and short now for the Zebras. Swango up under center. Deming behind him. McKee goes in motion. The handoff is to Lunau around the right side. Lunau on the counter slips, but he gets another Steve Moore Insurance first down. The best part about it is the clock continues to roll. The Zebras are inside the red zone. Red zone being brought to you this year by Farm Credit Mid-America, securing the future for rural communities and agriculture. Zebras inside about the, the 17-yard line, 16-yard line. 1st and 10.
Textbook counter there. That was how you drew it up.
Swango sends McGee in motion. The handoff to Deming. This time goes to the left side. Deming dives forward inside the 15, down around the 14. He'll pick up about 3. And it'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Zebras. Clock continues to roll. 10 minutes to go here in this 4th quarter. Zebras lead 21-14.
238 yards rushing for Rochester against a team that's played against a Southwood program that known for their defense for a long time.
Well, Val, I have the last time Rochester beat Southwood, 2014.
Yep.
27-26 right here at Rochester High School.
If I recall, there was a big touchdown catch. I want to say it was by one of the Bennett boys. That was a heck of a game. That was one of the great wins in Coach Zahner's time here.
And so we get a timeout. Who took the timeout?
That would be the Zebras.
Zebras taking a timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Zebra Football, where they lead 21-14. Back with more Giant FM and RTC TV4. Are back here at Barnhard Field after the Zebra timeout. They're going to have it 2nd and about 8.
I don't know if that was to give his players a breather or if Coach Schaefer just wanted an extra few seconds to decide on what play he wants to run on 2nd and 8 from the 14. This might be an interesting time to try a pass.
Swango up under center, flips it out to Deming. Deming around the right side, head full of steam, and he's down just outside of the 10, around the 11. The Zebras will have it 3rd and about 5. Third and 5 now as the Zebras have it with the clock continuing to run.
That's kind of out of the old Mark Miller playbook, that fullback sweep. I like that.
Yeah.
Not many programs aren't running the fullback sweep, but the Zebras have done it as much as anybody.
Again, Deming behind Swango. Twins to the near side. Swango to Deming around the left side this time. Inside the 10. Going to be down around the 6. It's going to be close to a first down, but I think he's going to be about a half a yard short. It'll be 4th and short. Zebras probably going to look to go for it.
We did get the first down.
Oh, he did give him the first down. Okay. They did. Wow. Yeah, they did. First down. So it's 1st and goal. 1st and goal for the Zebras. There was a little confusion there.
I thought the chain gang would at least come out to. They're
going to restart it. He's restarting the play clock for the Zebras to 25. Here we go. All right, a little confusion whether it's a first down or not, and the official did give it to him. So it's 1st and goal now for the Zebras. Swango up under center. Swango to Deming. Deming looking for a hole, finds it on the right side, inside the 5. It'll be 2nd and goal now from about the 4-yard line.
Timing looked a little off there. That freshman, Ivan Rank, he's going to be a good player.
So it's going to be a 2nd and goal. Swango to Deming again. Deming cuts it back up the middle. Deming falls forward. He's going to be down at the 1-yard line. Going to be 3rd and goal now for the Zebras. Clock continues to roll, and the Zebras are just about a foot away from punching it in the end zone again. 7:15 to go here in this 4th quarter.
You just look at the body language of the Rochester offensive linemen, and they're
going to score right here.
And then you look at the body language of the Southwood defensive linemen, hands on hips.
Yeah.
It's kind of telling you what's going on.
Swango up under center to Deming again. Deming walks in the end zone. Touchdown, Deming. Deming with a 1-yard run puts the Zebras up 27-14 with the extra point coming by Parker Wallace. Kick is up and good.
Parker Wallace, I mean, my goodness, that ball boy is chasing the ball down the street. I mean, he has a big-time leg. We saw him play soccer yesterday. I mean, it's no surprise.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen him kick the ball on the soccer field. He's got a great leg.
Zebras doubling up Southwood right now, 28-14, 6:53 to go here in the 4th. Back with more from RTC TV4 and Giant FM high school football. Field as the Zebras get ready to kick off. Brought to you by Odell Lumber. We'll get that scoring drive for you here in just a second. And Schaefer kicks off, and it's going to be picked up at about the 22-yard line. And then they'll get back around the 26, and that's where Southwood will take over. But, Val, you got that Rochester Ford scoring drive for the Zebras?
Yes, 12 plays, 54 yards. Alex Deming with a 1-yard touchdown run. And with 6:53 to go in the game, Rochester leads this game 28-14. And Rochester took almost 6 minutes off the clock on that last drive.
Wow,
no play on the
huge.
drive was longer than 9 yards. They just kept the chains moving consistently.
That's huge. So we'll see what Southwood, how they come back and answer that. As Southwood will have it now. First and 10.
Let's see if Coach Schaefer puts an extra DB in there now that they've got a 14-point lead.
Weiner. Excuse me, that is Mo Lloyd out of the shotgun. My apologies. And it's thrown out into the open, out into number 24. That's Luke Pershing, and it's complete. And it's going to be a first down for Southwood as they get the ball to the 40-yard line. Carroll over Tri-County, 51-0, a final there. Right now at Peru, it's Logansport 44, Peru 0. So it's a first down for Southwood. Another Steve Moore Insurance first down. As Mo Lloyd threw that one out into the right side that time.
Well, the first rule now is don't let the ball get thrown over your head.
Yeah.
They're going to play a solid zone and watch where number 81 is at all times.
And Mo back to throw. Mo Lloyd's flushed out of the pocket. Rolls to his right. He's going to keep it this time. He'll tuck it, and then he'll go out of bounds at about the 40, between the 41 42 yard line, so he'll pick up maybe 3 yards. And so it'll be second and about 8. They're going to give him, we'll give him 3, 2nd and 7.
I think that was Ethan Amasquito chased him out of bounds.
Yeah. 6:32 to go here in this fourth quarter. Zebras up 28-14.
That's a pretty athletic set of outside linebackers Rochester has to go next to Eli Swango in the middle.
Out of the shotgun. Mo Lloyd back to the throw. Lloyd flushed out of the pocket, steps up, still looking. Now he'll run it, and he'll get another Southwood first down as he's run out of bounds at about just the 49-yard line of the Zebras. Ethan Amasquito coming up, gimping a little bit, probably a cramp. He'll come to the sideline.
Because Mo Lloyd just threw a shoulder into Ethan Amasquito. He goes, I'm going to get this first down. Is that Mo's? There's a Southwood player's down. I think Mo that might be cramping up there.
He's right back into it. And 6:22 now here in the fourth quarter. Again, Zebras lead 28-14. They do give them the first down. They'll move the chains. So another Steve Moore Insurance first down. So it's 1st and 10 now for Southwood. Ball sitting just on the other side of midfield. Lloyd sends a man in motion. Went right to Weiner that time because Weiner had to be in. Cole had to, or Mo Lloyd had to sit out because of stoppage of play because of his cramp. So I'm sure he'll be back in now. And Weiner that time with the handoff.
And they lose 2 yards.
So it's 2nd and 12 now.
We had heard that if something had happened to Mo Lloyd, that Weiner would play QB.
Okay.
And that was what happened there, and now Mo Lloyd is back out there.
So clock continues to roll. 5:50 to go here in this fourth quarter. Insulation Guys scoreboard shows Zebras up 28-14. Timeout Southwood, a little confusion. And they will take another timeout. We will take one as well. Zebras lead at 28-14. Back with more Giant FM and RTC TV. At Barnhart Field after the Southwood timeout. The Zebra defense has been pretty good here in the second half, Val.
Right, they have held Southwood to just under 100 yards of offense in the second half. So you'll take that against this explosive lineup.
And no points.
And, yeah, more importantly, no points. I mean, man, that's just a real gut check the way they responded after that late touchdown.
Mo Lloyd going for the deep ball to Weiner. Overthrows him. Over the defensive player there for the Zebras was Dylan Hook. The Zebras will have it now.
I think Mo kind of rushed that a little bit, but
3rd and
I mean, you've got to take those chances downfield if you're Southwood. Yeah. Dylan Hook has been a busy guy tonight. Hunter Campbell's been a busy guy tonight. It hasn't been just one guy trying to cover Cole Weiner.
5.5 to go here, 3rd and 12 now. And it's over the middle or over the left side. It's going to be complete. It's going to be short of the first down. So it'll bring up 4th and short now for Southwood.
They needed to get to the Rochester 39, and they got to about the 40.5.
So it's going to be 3rd and short. Mo Lloyd looking at his wristband. He'll call the play with 15 on the play clock. Zebra defense making some adjustments. Mo Lloyd looking, still looking, and they've got him in the backfield, but he flushes him out.
He didn't get it.
Nope.
He didn't get it.
Ran him out of bounds. It's going to be a turnover on downs. It's Northfield, a final 21-0 over Bluffton. It's a big win for Northfield.
Yeah. Nothing that Coach Baker does over there surprises me anymore. He's always got good athletes and a good team.
So the Zebras will take over 1st and 10 after the turnover on downs with 4 minutes, 51 seconds to go. And the Zebras now just need to keep their foot on the gas and keep this clock rolling. Swango will come up under center. They'll have it from the 43-yard line of the Zebras. And they hand it off right back up the middle of Lunau. Lunau breaks free. Lunau to 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Lunau. 4:39 mark of the fourth quarter. Peyton Lunau puts another one in the end zone.
I said the earlier was a textbook counter. Now that was a textbook counter.
Yeah. And it's even more textbook when you get a score off of it. Lunau with a great run that time into the end zone. And again, he just pulls away from everybody.
A heck of an effort by Isaiah Sutton to give that a chance, but couldn't quite get there.
Parker Wallace again for the PAT. And it is up, and it is good again. 35-14, Zebras extend the lead. We'll be back right after this. Giant FM and RTC TV4. Here at Barnhart Field, a quick strike by the Zebras. And Peyton Lunau goes 57 yards in one play and puts 7 more on the board for the Zebras.
I was going to say, that's the scoring play. One play, 57 yards, took 12 seconds. And so far in this game, 4 carries for 75 yards for Peyton Lunau. That's a good per carry average.
That is a great per carry.
That's about almost 19 yards a carry.
That scoring drive being brought to you by Rochester Ford as this kickoff after the touchdown, getting ready to be by Mitchell Schaefer, brought to you by Odell Lumber. And the Zebras are just starting to pull away. Final tonight, knocks over Winamac, 54-6. Center Grove over Warren Central right now, 17-8 with 10 minutes left. They come to the near side into Weston Greiner. Kind of another pooch kick, and Greiner will take it at the 35. Keeping her away from the Southwood deep men, not giving them an opportunity to make an exploding play.
Yeah, nice smart kick there. Rochester up to 384 yards of offense in this game.
Again, coming up at the post-game show. The post-game show being brought to you this year by the Tire Store. So we'll talk to Zebra head coach Ron Schaefer coming up in the post-game. 4 minutes, 38 seconds to go here. We'll also have an opportunity to pick a player of the game. This year's player of the game will be being brought to you by Edith Rose Company. So Val and I will pick that before he exits to go get the interviews down on the field. Lloyd out of the shotgun. Lloyd back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket again. Lloyd will keep it. He gets across the 40, and he's finally going to be knocked out of bounds. Well, they're going to keep the clock running. I'm going to say he's inbounds at the 42-yard line. It's about a 7-yard pickup for Mo Lloyd. And the clock continues to roll. It'll be 2nd and 3 now for Southwood. Final in Peru, it's 44-0 Logansport over the Tigers. One of the longest running rivalries in IHSA.
I believe it's the longest running,
150 years.
Yeah, Coach Johnson, he's got his program set there at Logansport. They're going to win some games this year.
Mo Lloyd throws it out to the right side to Pershing, and it's dropped. It'll be 3rd and 3. Yeah, you could just tell by the body language by the Southwood Knights. They are exhausted.
Mm-hmm.
3rd and 3, about 3 now for the Knights with 3:52 to go here in the 4th, excuse me. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow morning, Coach's Corners. We'll talk to Zebra head coach Ron Schaefer in more detail about tonight's game. We'll also talk to Caston, Winamac, and Culver's coaches as well. That's Coach's Corner coming your way tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. Lloyd throws it out to the right side. It's going to be caught by Nathan Liner. He'll get a first down and get near midfield. They're going to mark him at about the 49-yard line, 50-yard line of the Zebras. So another Steve Moore Insurance first down. And they do mark him at the 49 of the Zebras.
Nice setup there on the wide receiver screen. That blocking was set up beautifully.
Clock continues to roll. 3:40 to go here in the fourth.
Rochester's first 4 games this year, Southwood, Knox, Whitco, Wabash, all 4 of them had losing records last year. So a chance to get off to a good start. And so far, so good tonight.
Lloyd out of the shotgun again. Looking to throw. Deep ball to Weiner, and it is complete. And touchdown, Cole Weiner. 50-yard touchdown for you on 49.
I had that at 49. Yep.
49? Okay. 49-yard touchdown pass from Lloyd to Weiner, his third of the night. So with 3:21.
That was a mistake coverage-wise. That should not happen. I don't know who was supposed to be on him, but Cole Weiner against the safety, he's going to beat the safety every day.
Weiner looking for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it is good. So it's 35-21 now. The Zebras have the lead with 3:21 to go here in this fourth quarter. Back with more Giant FM and RTC TV4.
Onside kick gives Southwood the ball as they recover.
Not happening. Great defense by the Zebras.
It was Eli Swengo who was there in coverage.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 now from the Southwood 49. Lloyd out of the shotgun. He's got twins to the near side. He's got Sutton beside him out of the shotgun.
185 yards receiving in this game for Cole Weiner.
Weiner going to him again. It's overthrown and almost picked off, but it's incomplete.
Well, Cole Weiner almost inadvertently was deflected the ball away from Dylan Hook, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, he obviously wasn't trying to bat it away from him. He was trying to catch it. Don't get me wrong. But, yeah.
Kind of an overthrow by Mo Lloyd. 3 minutes remaining. These incomplete passes stopping the clock, extending it here for Southwood. Now they go trips to the near side. And Lloyd out of the shotgun. Looking to throw. Nope, he just tucks it. He's going to go straight up the middle, down the gut. Now he turns it out to the right side, down the sideline. And going to be knocked down, but not before a Southwood first down. And big pickup for Mo Lloyd there.
Gain of 22 on that play.
I think that was a draw all the way, and Lloyd just turned his wheels on.
That was a draw in the huddle, and that was just a great athlete making a great play.
Out of the shotgun again, Lloyd. 3-step drop, looks, going deep over the middle, and it's going to be dropped in the end zone. Incomplete. The intended receiver was number 22, Will Weiner, and he had a touchdown, but he just took his eyes off of it and dropped it.
And the thing is that he adjusted. Will Weiner did everything right except catch it. He adjusted to the ball well. Ooh,
yeah.
Rochester caught a break there.
They did. 2nd and 10. Lloyd back out of the shotgun again. Lloyd looks left, looks right, back left, going over the middle, and it's intercepted. Colton Furvina with the interception. Furvina back to midfield to the 50, to the 45, to 40, and he's rushed out of bounds. But a nice read by Colton Furvina, picking up the interception and running it back to the 40 of the Knights. Was Weiner the intended? It kind of looked like he might have been in there. Looking back at that replay, just kind of thrown short, it looked like, and Colton Furvina with a nice read.
45-yard return I had there.
So the Zebras, again, get a nice break with the interception. And 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. Zebras own a 35-21 lead on the Insulation Guys scoreboard.
And now if you're Coach Schneider, how and when do you use that timeout?
Swango.
I think you got to use it right away almost.
Yeah. Up under center to Deming. Deming finds a hole right up the middle, lunges across the 35, down around the 34. And he's not going to use it yet as the clock continues to run with 2:10. 5-yard pickup, almost 6 for Deming. But the clock continues to run.
And those plays that were getting 1 or 2 yards early in the game, now they're getting 5 or 6.
Winamac Warriors score, 45-yard run. They missed the kick, now 54-12 at the end of the third. Swango up under center. And a penalty, little movement. Kind of picked up his feet and stepped down, one of the linemen. So the 5-yard penalty. Triton defeats South Central 49-0. So the Zebras, a 5-yard penalty, will take it back to 2nd and 10. Again, 1:40 to go here on the clock. Zebras, again, trying just to run that clock down. Southwood with 1 timeout if he chooses to use it. And if he hasn't stopped the clock yet, I'm not sure if he's going to. Zebras can get a first down here. They can pretty much seal it. Minute 20. Swango up under center. Gives it to Deming. Deming covers up the ball and just bowls forward. And there, Southwood could have called it. They call it with 1:10 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Zebras lead 35-21 on the Insulation Guys scoreboard. Back with the final 1:10 from Rochester High School. Giant FM Sports and RTC TV4. The Southwood timeouts. The Zebras have it. 3rd and 10. Or excuse me, that'd be about 3rd and 7 after a 3-yard pickup for Rochester. Swango has it, gives it to Lunau. Lunau crosses the 30, crosses the 20, 10, 5, and he's going to be brought down just inside the 5-yard line. And the Zebras are in the red zone, being brought to you again by Farm Credit Mid-America. And Peyton Lunau having himself a night.
Well, that would be 90 yards rushing this quarter.
Peyton Lunau with a great run that time, and Zebras have it 1st and goal, under a minute to go, and the Zebras will win their season opener here at Barnhart Field. Now, Southwood cannot stop the clock. Swango running the play clock all the way down. He'll snap it and take a knee, and that'll do it. The Zebras are going to win it here tonight. The season opener, Zebras 35, the Southwood Knights 21. here on Giant FM and RTC TV 4. We'll be back with a post-game show, final thoughts, and a coach's interview with Ron Schaefer. Again, those Zebras win it tonight, the final 35-21 here on Giant FM and RTC TV 4.
That'll win it on the scoreboard. On behalf of Rochester High School, thank you for your support and attendance for Zebra football. We have on the Knox next Friday night, game time 7:30. Have a great weekend and a safe trip home. The final score, the Zebras 35, the Southwood Knights 21.
Everybody else does.
Rochester High School, 35-21. The Zebras defeat the Southwood Knights in their home opener here and season opener. Again, final 35-21. We want to thank our sponsors tonight. Manitowoc Moose Lodge 1107. Come out and enjoy family fun. Woodlawn Hospital, where care and compassion meet. Also, the Insulation Guys, your certified hometown service provider. Rochester Ford, home of the lifetime oil change. Also, Peterson, Wagner, and Perkins, providing excellent legal services. McDonald's, try DoorDash and get 5 off of 15 for new customers with the code TRYMCD. And also a reminder for McDonald's, download the McDonald's app, and in that app you can buy one, get one free tomorrow only at the Rochester McDonald's because the Zebras got a Big Mac sack. So download that app and go get your buy one, get one free Big Mac at the Rochester McDonald's only, available tomorrow in the app. Again, we want to thank Jennings Insurance in Rochester and Argus, going beyond the expected for you. Fulton County Solid Waste District, don't trash our future, please recycle. Steve Moore Insurance, small town, big service. Edith Rose Company, they craft products with your health and well-being in mind. Also, Farm Credit Mid-America, securing the future of rural communities and agricultural. Pulaski Memorial Hospital, connecting you with excellent health care providers. Inyard's True Value, behind every project is a true value. Odell Lumber Supply, your locally owned building supplier. The Tire Store, located at 1905 East State Road 14, treating you with respect and professionalism you deserve. Mike Anderson, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram of Rochester, where they always find a familiar face. And by 4C Health Care, that is compassionate, collaborative, and competent. Time now for the post-game show, being brought to you this season by the Tire Store, located at 1905 East State Road 14. Again, treating you with the respect and professionalism you deserve. The post-game show, some final numbers. Let's go ahead and hit the game highlighters, brought to you by Edith Rose Company. The highlighters tonight, obviously the combination of Deming and Lunau. Deming ended up with 183 yards rushing, Lunau 110, most of those coming there in the third and fourth quarter. Also, yards passing, Zebras had 75 yards, and the big one was to Lunau from Swango for 75 yards. Cole Weiner, he went 9 for 185 yards and 3 touchdowns for Mo Lloyd. Basically, Weiner to Lloyd all night long. Scoring drives look like this in the first quarter with 4:32 to go. It was a 5-yard touchdown pass, Lloyd to Weiner, and the PAT was good, 7-0 Southwood. In the second quarter, Zebras strike and tie it up 7-7 on a 9-yard run by Alex Deming with a 10:01 mark. With 5 seconds to go before halftime, it was Lloyd to Weiner, a 30-yard pass. Zebras trailed at halftime 14-7. Zebras tie it back up in the third quarter with 6:49 to go on a 2-yard run by Alex Deming, tied 14-14. Zebras take the lead and never look back. In the third quarter, 3:39 to go, a Swango to Lunau, one pass, 75 yards, touchdown. Zebras take the lead 21-14. And then in the fourth quarter, it was the Zebras scoring 2 more times at the 6:53 mark, a 1-yard run by Deming, 28-14 Zebras. Lunau then with a 57-yard run at the 4:39 mark, and it was 35-14. And then again, Lloyd to Weiner, a 49-yard pass for Southwood at the 3:21 mark, and the final tonight, 35-21. We're going to pick our player of the game right now. The player of the game being brought to you by Edith Rose Company, and Val and I have picked Peyton Lunau as our player of the game tonight. So congratulations to Peyton Lunau. Big night for Peyton Lunau. 110 yards rushing for Peyton Lunau. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll sit down and have a post-game talk with Zebra head coach Ron Schaefer. We'll do that when we come back. You're listening to Zebra Football. They were victorious tonight, 35-21. Here on Giant FM Sports. This interview being brought to you by Woodlawn Hospital, where Care and Compassion meet, and Zebra head coach Ron Schaefer joins me. And Coach, we talked about it last night when we talked after practice in the pregame tonight. You hope to wear them down, and that is exactly what happened here tonight.
Yeah, we sat over in Wabash at Southwood a year ago, and we're the ones cramping. We're laying on the ground. We're tired. And our kids really worked hard in this off season and worked hard, the past 3 weeks, running their butts off, getting after it. And then also, we threw probably 20, 23 people at them, both offensively and defensively. And, we just had some tremendous efforts out of kids tonight, and we'll get a chance to talk about those.
Yeah, we knew what Alex Deming could do. The question was going to be how many other people could help him so he didn't have to have the total workload. It looked like early it was going to be an Alex Deming night, and not to take anything away from him. He had a great night. But then you got some extra help, and that kind of started to open that lineup a little bit more.
Yeah, the real turning point was the fourth down, turning the ball, getting it going back the other direction, and then that quick strike. I don't know if our defensive guys wanted us to do it necessarily that fast, but it was the time was right, and it was ripe for us to do that. And Aaron hit Lunau right down the seam, like we want, and that safety was filling the alleys fast, and we knew that, and so we just wanted to get a quick strike there. But Alex Deming, he's going to be the first to tell you that his halfbacks blocked very well tonight. Very well. I can't talk enough about what Fervida did in the blocking game, what Lunau did, McKee, his front line, what Beck did. We relied heavily on Brady Beck on the left-hand side, and the young sophomore ran over, Xavier Vance's side quite a bit tonight. And it's just it was right for us that way.
You had a lot of kids sitting there thinking back, I'm sure, all week how this game went last year. They wanted the revenge factor. And, that first quarter, you could tell maybe they were a little too hyped, or too excited to get the season started. Once they settled in, though, it was all Zebras.
Yeah, we had, I don't know, I would guess probably 3 or 4 missed assignments in our first drive on offense. Somehow we got a couple first downs, I think. And then, we gave up the touchdown. Kids settled down. We put a drive together, got a touchdown, and answered it, and then it was just on from there. And, big mistake. Gavin McKee knows he can't do that. He made a big mistake. He ain't going to do it again, I hope. But, we're just trying to get out of the half in that situation. Right. I don't go for it on 4th and 3 on our own 25 or something like that, with the thinking that we're going to score a touchdown. I want to keep them out of the end zone. But, and that's a blow. But, you really don't know yourself until you face that kind of adversity. Right. And we talked at halftime. There wasn't a whole lot of yelling. There's just a whole lot of talking civil about, what do we got to do? It's all there for us. We're hurting ourselves. We had to make that change. And, we can talk all we want about the offense, but, our D-line got after it tonight.
They did.
Got after it, and you have to against a player like Mo Lloyd. Ethan Brock.
Heck of a night.
So awesome for him because, he's been waiting for this. He's put in his time. He's sat and watched some as a junior, got some time, but man, tonight he was in that backfield, and Mo Lloyd knows his number.
Yeah.
Alex Deming, we got to work a little bit more, but, man, he was in there. He was all over him. A lot of pressure out of the middle. We ran a rotation at nose, and then we let Colin Wien kind of take that over in the second half because our tackles we wanted to keep fresh between Hunter Shriver and Xavier Vance. And, Brady Beck, I don't know if he came off the field for a regular snap there until the end. And then Eli Swango just directing that defense, and we don't have to use him on offense because Peyton Young stepped up this year, played guard for us. I didn't know if that kid could play a varsity down, and tonight I didn't even notice him on the field because he's just doing his job.
Right.
And, I got a lot to be proud of, but
you also don't want to take anything away from, obviously, Mo Lloyd and Cole Weiner. They're a heck of a combination when those two get on the same page. You saw it a couple times. You had them, 3rd and 26 or 4th and 26, and he throws a 35-yard complete pass to Weiner. And, you can't forget about those guys. And the defense did a great job of staying focused. They got a couple big plays, but not the big ones that really hurt you.
I mean, if you're lining up and you're going to play dodgeball, who are you picking first?
Yeah.
Those guys are something else.
Yeah.
And but I wouldn't trade my guys for anybody.
No, you're right. I mean, it's perfect. You had a couple interceptions. Those guys just reading that defense well. Colton Furvita there at the end, but Hook had one. Yeah, I mean, those guys just reading what Mo was doing and taking advantage of maybe a lob instead of a hard throw.
Yeah, and a lot of that's because of pressure. He's getting flushed out of the pocket. He didn't get to deliver too many without pressure.
Yeah, Coach, go enjoy this one. We'll talk more about it tomorrow morning.
All right, I'll see you, Randy.
Congratulations. See you, Head Coach Ron Schaefer here in the post-game show, again being brought to you all season long by the Tire Store located at 1905 East State Road 14, treating you with respect and the professionalism you deserve. Well, again, player of the game goes to Peyton Liu now. Val and I chose him earlier, and congratulations to him. Player of the game brought to you by Edith Rose Company. Our next broadcast will be next Friday night as the Rochester Zebras take this show on the road as they head to the Knox Redskins. Again, that is a 7:30 start, so we'll be on the air with the pregame at about 7:10. Again, 7:30 from Knox High School next Friday night. Don't forget to join us tomorrow morning for Coach's Corner, 8 o'clock. We'll talk to Coach Ron Schaefer more about this big win and celebrate it, and then get right back to business for next week. We'll also talk to Caston Chris Ulrich, Josh Burgess from Winnemac, and Mike Zahner from the Culver Cavaliers. So from Rochester High School, thanks to Val, Steve at RTC, thanks you for everything that you've done so far. We're looking for another great season here on the high school football. Zebras win it 35-21. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning. We'll talk to you then. See you. Have a great night, everybody.